YouTube, what's up? It's your favorite YouTuber with the hookah 2 clean, back with another reaction video. Welcome to my channel, Afros and Hookah. And today, as you can see from the title, we are talking about haircuts. For the last few years, with inflation being on the rise, and it seems like there's no chance of it coming back down, one thing that went on the rise along with everything else is the price of haircuts, right? So scrolling through Instagram, I come across a post from Black Media page. And this post reads, "Brothers, what's the fair price for a haircut in 2025? Are prices too high?" And in my opinion, yes, prices are too high for haircuts. All right. My barber used to always charge me $25 for a haircut, and I'd just give him a tip and be on my way. But the last time I actually got my hair cut from a barber was about 2.5 years ago. I know it don't look like it because I cut my own hair now. But 2 to 2.5 years ago was the last time I seen my barber, right? What happened is that I went in to get my normal haircut or whatever. Dap up my barber and all that stuff. He asked me how I'm doing. He has good customer service. He asked me how I'm doing, talk about current events in the world while he's cutting my hair and everything. But then once the haircut is finished, once again, I remind you, it only be $25. But once the haircut was complete, he looked at me and said, "Sorry, man, I got to charge you 50." I said, "$50? He was like, "Yeah, man, the prices went up. I got to charge you 50." So he waited until after he finished cutting my hair to let me know that his price increased. Horrible, right? Horrible, horrible, horrible. So I'm like, all right, that's what's up. So I paid him $50. On that day, luckily, I had a $50 bill on me. So I gave him the $50, got up out of there, went straight to Target, bought my own pair of clippers, right, with the guards and everything. Bought my own pair of clippers, went home, went straight to YouTube, said, "You know what? I'm finna learn how to cut my own hair because I'll be damned if I pay $50 every week to get a haircut. That's $200 a month. That's too much. I'm sorry, that's too much."
I'm not gonna lie, it's getting to the point where if you want a consistent haircut, bro, you're gonna have to learn how to start cutting your own hair. Like, I don't know what it is, but these barbers been on fucking dope lately, been on fucking the meanest strain of crack because the prices they be charging, bro. For a haircut to last me 4 days, bro, 5 days, bro, I'm not paying $50 for 5 days. Like, they trying to finesse the niggas how they do the girls. Like, honestly, I'm really just trying to keep this little small taper. I'm growing out the sides even. I'm growing out all of this. I'm just trying to keep me a little small mid taper and learn to cut that shit myself, bro. Because I'm not paying $45, $50 plus a tip for a haircut, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that shit overcooked.
Listen, I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. I look a little rough right now. I need a haircut. I'm gonna get a haircut tomorrow. But I've also noticed other dudes are looking a little more rough nowadays. And it's because of how fucking expensive haircuts are. They're $50 a pop now. I'm not getting more than 1 to 2 max a month. Because look, the women gonna have to accept me for who I am. Y'all say personality matters more than looks, right? So, hey, there we go.
And when he said 100, I was thinking, like, should I just be like, "Yo, bro, next time"? Yeah, I think I just gotta respect the craft and stay in my lane. Because why the fuck my barber now charges $100 for haircuts? I respect the grind, I respect the hustle. But the fact that we are at $100 now is $100. Niggas will work a whole day for $100. So basically, I'm gonna hustle hard at a job so I can get a cut that's gonna last for 4 days. This is some bullshit. Like, is a bottle of Don Julio coming with this cut? Cause this is crazy. I don't know about y'all. Y'all tell me what y'all do. See, I don't even know what to say. Like,
Now, are the prices too much? Yes. Do I understand it? Yes, because inflation done increased everything. Everything. So the prices of haircuts went up. That means the booth rentals in the barbershops, those went up. The leases on the barbershops probably are going up too. Probably even the equipment, even the price for some good clippers is well within the hundreds. So it is a big inconvenience for the prices of haircuts to go up. I'm sorry. It's a bit inconvenience. But do I understand it? Yes.
What do you charge?
I charge $75 a cut.
75 for cut. Does that depend on anything like hair, no hair, beard, no beard?
Yeah, I think that's a good point, right? So at this point, I've been having clients for over 15 years. I barely take any new people. Like, you have to like send me a DM. You can't even really book with me, right? You have to like ask for it, because at this point, I'm about building up other people. I didn't had my time. I charged $100 a cut a couple years ago, and I heard all those same things from people. Like, dang, Stan, like, I understand, bro. You busy. You got to school now. Like, I don't really have the time. People were paying it, but it was every 2 weeks, once a month. But when I was building my school, I was working every day, so I didn't necessarily have time. So it worked out. But seeing other people in my own shop wanting to do that, when I knew they didn't necessarily put the work in to acquire that, I went back down to 75, because I'm like, nah, I don't want y'all to get caught up in this. Thinking, well, we'll do it. I'm here. I could do that too. Because I seen people in my own shop do that, because I passed off a lot of clients because I couldn't take them anymore. My focus was building the school. And then they were like, well, you can pay me the same thing you paid Will. And my customers were calling me. And they were like, yo, they're like, bro, no, I'm not doing that. Like, he doesn't have the relationship, the resume. You know, I can't get my hair cut at 6 o'clock in the morning. There was tons of extra things that made a person felt like I was worth that. And they weren't producing that.
Inflation done increased everything around us. The only thing inflation didn't increase is the price of minimum wage. Not even just minimum wage, all our wages. Everything is going up except the wages. That's why we're being stuck here in the same space, and everything else is flourishing. Simple as that. Even the barbers are tired of us complaining about prices. And I'm pretty sure nobody is complaining about prices to the barbers' faces. So they're just online searching, the price hikes on haircuts or whatever, and listening to people talk about it, right?
What's the most money you paying for a haircut?
$30. Now, if it's a house call, probably 100. Nah, 150. I feel like the premium now with barbers, I feel like they be overkill. Ain't no way I'm getting a regular low taper, a regular fade, and the cut $50. What are we doing?
When I was in Miami, you paid, say, celebrity barber. I'm like, all right. I done seen a couple rappers or whatever he done cut. Say, yeah, man, I'm like that. First of all, fam, if you really cutting hair, and everybody know this, man, if you really how you supposed to be with the clippers, man, you ain't pulling out no black spray. I see you go like this, and the compressor wake up, I don't even need you to cut me, boss. After I get the cut, you ready to pull out the black spray. I said, oh, nah, boss, I don't use that. He said, I bet, man, you done. I said, man, I appreciate your time, so I'm going to tip you a little extra, man. How much it is? It's just $300. Hey, I said, huh? It's just $300. I ain't gonna lie, fam. You got to get that in blood. What, 300? And you was just finna pull out the black spray? If I end up talking them down to 150, my homeboy say, I don't need a cut no more.
Something I desperately need right now is a haircut. And I want to talk about the expense of just that, a haircut. I feel like a couple years ago, you can go into the barbershop and bring a $20 bill and pay for your haircut and walk out with a gumball from the gumball machine. Nowadays, if you bring a $20 bill into the barbershop, you might just get turned back around and out the door. Cuts cost like $45, $50 nowadays. And I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody because you guys are really, really good barbers. But bro, $45 to $50? Do you really need that much?
Like I said, I do get it. Because the barbers got to eat too. But overall, in conclusion, these prices are definitely too high. I'm seeing reports of prices of $75 to $100 for a haircut. And you see me, I don't have much to cut. I just have to get a line up. You shave it down a little bit right here, fade it up on the side. That's it. And in the back. That's it. You ain't cutting my whole head. I ain't getting no designs cut in my head or nothing. $50 a pop. Wow. I've always been a little frugal, a little bit on the cheap side, but $50. It's probably, like I said, this was a couple of years ago, so it's probably gone up since then. But these people think that since they can, they cut one celebrity head, that their barber prices need to skyrocket, need to go up. Unless you're doing a house call, them prices don't need to be $50. 75 to 100, because you're inconveniencing the barber at that time, right? you're inconveniencing him. So I get it with those high prices for house calls, especially on like time or early in the morning. I get that. But honestly, these haircuts shouldn't be no more than $30 to $35, hands down. Unless you get some kind of special design cut up in your head, getting your name carved in your head or something like that. I don't know. No, $30 to $35. You know why I think they're increasing the prices because they're using extra equipment now. You know that little Beijing, the little shoe polish they putting on y'all heads nowadays? Like, I don't even be asking my barber for that. And he used to put it on anyway. I be thinking like, yo, that stuff is only for people who hairline is either one, jacked up, or two, the barber jacked up and trying to hide it. That's the only reason why I think y'all should put that on. That's it. That is it. I have a very robust hairline, okay? There's nothing wrong with my hairline. There is no reason for y'all to be putting Beijing shoe polish or black paint on my hairline. I'm sorry. Don't spritz that stuff on my head, man. I don't like that stuff. I don't know about y'all, but every time after I got a haircut, I went straight home and washed that stuff right off. Because I don't want it. I don't want it. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what price are you willing to pay for a haircut, all right? What price is too high for you? Let me know. Let's discuss it, all right? I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.